Hello, this is Peregrine Aubrey of Performance Lins. I'd just like to show you around the lambing shed in action. It's in its working clothes. We are just over halfway through. There's a sheep, a double, with two lambs over there. It's just lamb. They stay in the pens, in the big pens as long as possible before we move them into the mothering pens. We don't like them lambing in the mothering pens. The sheep are happily eating their TMR feed. There's a bit of a mix-up going there. We might have to step in and control that. I think, yeah, the sheep on the left has got a single and the one on the right has got a double, if you can see in the background. These are the lines of mothering pens. They're spread. We've got 6 lines around the shed. In that bucket there we keep iodine, notepads and pens, and any protection against E. coli we might want to be using at the time. Those are the notice boards we use, which we write the data on, which I then transfer onto the Scion when I record, when the lambs are rung and numbered. We record ease of lambing, mothering ability, lamb vigour, and we weigh the lambs, and all that. And the date of the birth is incredibly important. Here's a New Zealand Suffolk, a couple of lambs. At the end we have water and buckets, which is to get the water out to the mothering pens. All we need is then is the TMR feed, so they don't need concentrate, just need 1 bucket of feed. Probably 1 bucket of feed once a day will just about do them, though they'd appreciate 2. They stay in the mothering pens for about 24 hours before they go out into a holding pen further up the shed overnight, and then out the next day. Here's a pen of singles. They're in their wool because they've been kept out to the last moment. They're just having straight silage with no added concentrate, otherwise you'd start having obstetrical difficulties from lambs that are too large. In the centre of the shed are the equipment cupboards, table, and another equipment cupboard with a makeshift heater urn. It has to be manually filled, but it does have my homemade insulation factor, which helps cut down the electricity costs. These are all the triplets at the moment. The sheep are very colour coded. They've got a lot of information in these red dots, all coloured dots all over them. There's a Suffolk that's just given birth to triplets at the back. These are the holding pens here, where they go on before they go out. They go to different fields depending on what they've got, to make it easier with collecting weights later on and separating up the lambs at weaning. so I don't just sort of randomly put them out. And I do know, I record where every sheep goes, so I will know, as long as I get it right, where every sheep, you know, is on the farm. That's both ewes and lambs. That's another big pen. That's about the maximum number we like to put in one of these holding pens. It allows the lambs to socialise before they go out, and then when you put them out, you shouldn't get any mismothering in that transition period, because it's pretty stressful moving sheep around, because they have to go out by trailer. At the ends of the lines, this is where we keep some TMR feed, which gets fed into the buckets in the mothering pens. And there's a few hurdles, Pratley hurdles, to help assist with loading. There's another pen of singles. I won't be long needing bedding down. Don't like the straw to get any dirtier than it is at the moment. That may be a job for later on today. Just have a look down here, and at the end of the shed here we have some forced adopter pens where we fail to get the right, where we have to foster them on. We do have these clamp head pens that allows us to force the ewes to take lambs that aren't hers. It's something you don't want to do, but you are forced to. You certainly can't make any money by putting a lamb on a milk machine. So this does allow us to relocate any unwanted lambs, but I'm still able to track important lambs that I want to. If they're removed and fostered, we have a system where I can track the identity, so even if they're relocated to a different mother, I still will know the parentage and the foster mother. That's all recorded on a computer. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This is Peregrine Aubrey of Performance Lins, hoping that I might see you later on the year when you come to buy some breeding stock. Thank you very much indeed.